Hello. Shit, I forgot to turn off one of my fans. Hang on. I've got like 30 fans in this room. It's hot as balls all of the time. I'm gonna turn down one of my fans. One of them is off, one of them is all the way on, and the other one is turned down to the lowest it can go. Because I don't want to be sweating still while I'm in here. Anyways. Fun thing. Like 3 days ago, I got a Nintendo Switch, and after a lot of trial and error, finally got a case for it. It's just blue with little paw pads, and it's really fucking cute. I plan on putting stickers on it. I've already put dragon stickers on the actual carrying case that I have. That's in the other room. I've been playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild pretty much nonstop. The only time I've stopped playing it is when I went to go either sleep or eat. Yeah. And then I realized, wait, I should be making things because I'm going to be going to a Ren Fair this weekend and I have nothing to wear. And I was like, all of a sudden I was like, sword. So I guess I have like a big box of like 9 foam swords that I bought from a craft store, I think right before it closed, like 2 years ago. Someone's playing music very loud across the road. Anyways, I bought a whole bunch of swords, haven't yet to do anything with them. Some of them I ripped them apart actually to see how they like kind of were made, because I like to do that sometimes. But here is a mostly intact one except for some little bite marks at the top and that weird hole thing that looks kind of like garbage, but they were like $1 each, or less than that, I think. So, and this is my hastily made a while ago, actually probably about a week ago, like sealant stuff. I got the vague recipe from Black Magic Craft, and I think I talked about it before, but it's literally just Mod Podge and black paint, and I had like this container of Mod Podge, just like a little bit left of it, and I had like a lot of black paint, so I was like, you know what, why don't we do this and see if it makes my life any easier. And it seems pretty okay so far. It's a little messy, probably just because how I made it in here. I literally just poured a shit ton of black paint in here and just shook it, because this one is one of the ones with the little nozzle thing, so I can just pour it directly onto the darned thing and do that. And I'm not too worried about my white cabinet because it's already broken, and it's my crafting one. Well, both of them are my crafting ones. I have 2. One's for sewing, one's for crafting streams specifically. But anyways, we're gonna try and seal this so that it'll kind of harden up, and then I'll paint it, I guess. It kind of drips off and not really squishes out. I'm gonna need way more than that, huh? Yeah. Luckily, though, this stuff dries pretty fast. I mean, Mod Podge and the paint that I use dry pretty fast generally. I like to use thinner paints. I know thicker paints are technically more professional, but I like using thinner paints because I have a patience of 0. And they dry faster, and they tend to be a lot easier for me to use. And it works better for something like this. So I like using thinner stuff. That's why I use a whole bunch of like dollar store, like Walmart shit. I think it's like apple barrel that they sell there. Either that or like Darius or Darius or something. I don't know how to say it. I think that's mostly what they sell. Which is probably. And there's the train. Wonderful. Haven't heard a train all day except for now. Oh, shit. It's fine. I knew I was gonna get it all over my hands anyways. That's what always happens. I'm hoping that it'll also seal up some of the, like, you know, because this is like classic styrofoam. It's not even like, I mean, it's not styrofoam. I don't know what to call it. I think it's styrofoam. I don't know. I just know it's not EVA. Oh, I accidentally took some off with my fingers, holding it. Whatever foam it is, it's like the, you know, as you would expect from a children's toy, foam sword. So, just trying to maybe, like, fill some gaps in it, you know, all that jimmy jams. So maybe if I really coat it. And these things tend to make it a bit stronger too. At least to the extent of my knowledge. So even if it doesn't perfectly do that, it'll at least, like, if it doesn't perfectly like fill all the gaps and stuff, it'll at least make it a bit stronger, and it'll have a nicer base to actually paint on. Kind of looks hammered, like hammered steel. Which I guess is a passing grade. I feel like I'm only streaming this so that I can feel like I can get more of it done, like, in a timely manner, or like almost as if it's worth my time because I'm streaming it. Like, I'm not wasting my time, I guess. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. Even though I wouldn't be wasting my time at making it just without streaming. Because, you know, I'd be using it later. I could probably cover this in another material, like not necessarily paper mache, but like almost like off-brand paper mache, like dollar store paper mache, where it's just like glue and another random material like paper or tape or something, just to kind of make it a bit stronger and smoother still. Although I feel like it's already looking pretty good. Like, it's not looking as bad. Now the handle part, I was really looking forward to painting, because I think it would look really cool. Because it's thicker foam, and like more dense foam. So I feel like that would be beneficial. I also have small little resin gems that I made a really long time ago that I could add onto it, which are luckily in a bucket in this room. Whoop. Ah, jeez. This stuff gets everywhere, I swear. I knew this cabinet wasn't gonna stay pristine for long. I've been playing so much Breath of the Wild that I've considered making a case for my old iPad, like the smaller one, so it'd be more handheld. Like, I considered making a case that makes an iPad look like a Sheikah slate, because I think that's really cool, and I want to make one. They probably sell something like that, but I want to make one. I think it would be really cool. Because then it could be like an actual Sheikah slate. Like, it could be interactive, which is pretty cool. Then maybe if I really wanted to go a step ahead, I could probably code a program that makes it look and behave like a Sheikah slate. Aside from, you know, the teleportation and pulling food out of the thing. Because I wouldn't be able to do that. I also have a fridge in my workshop now. I don't remember if I had the fridge before my last stream, but I have like peaches in there. I've got like Go-Gurt. I've got Capri Suns, which I might actually grab a Capri Sun in a bit because I'm kind of thirsty. I've got so much stuff. It's crazy. I should probably put this on like a palette of some sort so that I can like actually like, you know, use it a bit easier in terms of when I don't have the solid flat surface. Oh my goodness. I should figure out a way to connect my Switch to my computer so that maybe I could do different games, like Animal Crossing, maybe. because I did buy Animal Crossing. I have 3 games now on my Switch. I have Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I have the ability to borrow Persona 5 Strikers from somebody. And considering that game is like $60, I was like, yeah, I think I'll just borrow it if I have the ability to. Because I have this one friend, we like, every time we see each other, we end up talking about Persona 5. Or like Persona games or anime. And so he's just like, I told him about going to GameStop or whatever. And he was like, don't get Persona 5 Strikers because I have a completely unopened and unused copy of it at home that you can just borrow. And I was like, sure. Yeah, bud. Although I did buy, well, it's my birthday coming up, so I actually got the Switch as a present, from somebody, my kind of sister, but I got the Switch as a present for her, which was crazy, and then my mom bought me, like 3 of the games, or 2 of the games, and the case for it, and it's still like a week from my birthday, or like almost, well, no, yeah, a weekish, yeah. So I've just been contently playing my stupid little games. My mom's like, hey, when are you gonna like work on your workshop again? And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, please leave my pretty little, like, please leave me alone with my beautiful Switch with the little twink of a man on it. Please, I just want to pick up a chicken and eat some apples. And also die a lot to fall damage. I die all the time to fall damage. Like, I was going up this one tower. I don't remember what tower it is. I think it's the Hateno Village Tower. I think it's the one near... Yeah, it is. The one with the whole bunch of vines, like, thorns and stuff going up it. And I kept, like, dying because I would run out of stamina. And so I would fall, and then I'd fall onto thorns, and I'd just die. Because I'm not very far. I have gotten a total of 9 spirit orbs, I think. So I've upgraded my, I've gotten more heart containers both times that I've been able to upgrade. So I did that. So now I have 5 hearts. Because I'm mostly focusing on the hearts and not the stamina, because I'm like, good lord, I die so fast to, like, anything other than, like, a bokoblin. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that, but, like, the base enemy, anything other than the base enemy, I just die. Like, one hit kill. Especially the blue ones. I don't know what they're called, but they're blue, and sometimes they have sticks that are on fire, and they hurt a lot, and it's like a one hit kill. Same thing with, like, the Yiga clan people. You, like, come across a lady that needs help, and she's like, I need fried salmon and your life, and then you die. And then you die a whole bunch. That's always fun. Hearing a weird sound for a second there. I was very scared. Is my paintbrush getting crunchy? A little bit. I've been playing so much Breath of the Wild. When I'm not playing Breath of the Wild, I'm probably asleep. And I haven't even met the pretty shark boy yet. I will soon, I swear. I keep wanting to do the main quest and not the side quest because, like, I'm just that type of person, I guess, where I'm like, fuck side quests. I want to, like, if they say that this is, I need it done in a timely manner, I'm gonna get it done in a timely manner, god damn it. And so I keep, like, running around, like, I visited Pyrrha Impa, like, 3 fucking times, and she's like, go do this, Link, and you'll get your memories back. And I'm like, I just want a nap. Like, I feel so bad for Link in Breath of the Wild because you just wake up out of nowhere and you're like, where am I? Who am I? What is this voice talking to me? And it's just like, what the fuck? And you, like, meet this old guy and you're like, hell yeah, paraglider. And then he's like, info dumping about your past. And you're like, oh shit. Jesus Christ. Is terrifying. I love having friends that have, like, played it plenty of times too because I couldn't figure out how to cook. I used to, like, my first time I ever played Breath of the Wild actually wasn't, it was actually a while ago. I played it with Laz a while ago because I went to their house and they were like, hey, do you want to play Breath of the Wild? And I was like, absolutely I do. And I died to falling off towers like 50 times, but I had also gotten I had gotten the paraglider. I'd gotten through that bit, and what was I saying? I think I'd gotten to meet Sidon because we didn't do the main quest. They were just like, hey, do you want to see a pretty shark boy? And I was like, yeah. I already forgot what I was saying. I was like, hang on, there was a point to this conversation, but I don't remember my point. I would play it. I don't even remember. I don't know. I totally forgot what I was even trying to say. Oh, jeez. But yeah, that's been fun. Now I'm just trying to figure out what I was trying to say. Because I forgot. Oh, it wasn't my first time playing, so I knew that you could cook. But I didn't remember how. I thought you had to talk to this one guy specifically to learn the ability to cook. But considering he was in a different spot than I remember him being, I was like, I guess the game don't let me cook yet. And so I was trying to go to, like, the 2 shrines in the beginning that are, like, in the cold area, and you're like, dying. And I was trying to, like, figure out how in the world I was supposed to do that without warm clothes. I ran out of spicy peppers to just eat. Or, like, I couldn't cook with him yet. And so I was like, what do I do? And so I was like, how do I not be cold? And they were like, you gotta cook food. And I'm like, how do I cook food? And, like, my one other friend, it was just like this pot thing, and I'm like, all I can do is sit down at it. What do you mean? And they're like, go into your inventory, hold the food, and then you'll be able to cook with it. And I'm like, oh my god, I understand now. So then I cooked a whole bunch of food, and now I have not stopped cooking food because my inventory keeps filling up. Or not entirely, but, like, I keep having a whole bunch of food, and I'm like, every time I come across, like, a pot, I'm just like, okay, time to cook it all. Because, oh boy, do I eat a lot of food in that game, because every single time I come up against, like, more than, like, 2 enemies, or, like, a Yiga clan person, it's just like, oh god, death. like every single time, like, the ones with the sickles, those ones are terrifying, but every time I kill one, I get a whole bunch of rupees and a sickle, so, which is pretty decent. But, like, every time they hit me, it's just, like, 3 hearts. I'm like, oh god. And so I eat, like, 3 pieces of fruit, and I'm like, and then I try and hit them. Like, I had, like a farming hoe, which I was like, yeah, long range. really slow attacks. That doesn't work. You gotta be fast attacks. You gotta be fast with your weapons. So I just used the sickle that dropped off of one of his buddies. And that did pretty well. Lesson learned. If you're doing something, if you're fighting something dex based, or like dodging based, you just gotta be fast. You just gotta be fast. It isn't gonna work any other way. There's like little chunky bits. Some of these spots. It's mostly dry. Oh, except for the handle that I'm holding. It's fine. So now we flip it over. And if there's any spots on the other side after we've done that, then it's fine. We'll just go over them again. Actually, I'm going to put this first. This like chunk of foam back here for the handle just straight up absorbs the paint stuff. Like you dip it and it's just gone. Again, I have to wipe down my my desk later. It's gonna be a definite. Oh god. Oh good lord. That was unfortunate. It's okay though. It's fine, everything's fine. Oh jeez. Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh jeez. Oh boy. Okay, not that much. Lesson learned. Don't do that. My one hand is just gonna be covered in this stuff. Oh jeez. Just keeps dribble drobbling. I actually don't think I have paper towels nearby. Although I do have like bleach wipes right underneath my desk, so it's fine. Do. Oh, that was a weird goopy thing. Did not appreciate that. Okay. Oh, good lord. Oh no. Just trying to get all the extra gunk off. I poured way too much. Did not think there was such a thing as too much, but there is. And I found it. In fact, I have to stand up for this. Just to really make sure I've got an even spread. To hopefully make sure that doesn't get too messy. It's already getting very messy. Which means I'll just have to clean it off in a second. Once it dries a bit more. I think, you know what, my paper towels are in the bathroom, that's where they are. Damn. Oh boy, okay. Shit. That wasn't very smart. Oh boy. I think this desk is just forever gonna be dirty, probably. Which is fine. It wasn't gonna stay. The plan was not even for it to stay clean at all. There's another train. I swear, I only hear the trains when I'm, like, streaming or on call with somebody. It's a miracle what these things can do. Look at that. Almost perfectly clean again. It's wonderful. Beautiful, perfect, amazing, lovely. I think I have a thing on my hand though. These bleach wipes don't even like smell like chemicals. These are left here by whoever was here last. They're mango and hibiscus scented. They don't really smell like anything. I guess a little bit, but at least they don't smell bad. That would suck. Just heard my fridge just start making noises. It's gonna take a while for that to dry. Just because there's so much, or not a while, but longer than previously understood. While I was getting games the other day, I found this little guy. Oh, shit. Of course, I almost drop him in the paint. He's a Moobloom. He's beautiful. My mom was also there, and she got a creeper squishy, which I found hilarious, but yeah, she liked it, so she got it. I'm gonna grab a Capri Sun and maybe some Go-Gurt. Oh, actually, you know what? I kind of want peaches. I might get some peaches. There's like a grocery store by my place of work, and so every now and again my mom would just be like, hey, do you want to go shopping before work? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so last time we got a whole bunch of stuff for my fridge and for my work's fridge, because we have a fridge at my job, which is nice. And one day I found Go-Gurts in it, and I was very, very excited because I hadn't had Go-Gurts in years and I had forgotten about them. And so I ate almost all of them within my 30-minute break. And no, I did not regret it. And so one day I was like, Mom, let's go to the store and restock the Go-Gurts in my work's fridge. And then, of course, we got stuff for my own fridge. And I guess I might have been hungry, because as soon as I saw, like, peach-flavored Go-Gurt, I was like, oh my god, peaches sound amazing. And so we saw, like, peaches, and I got those. We saw Capri Suns, I got those. They only had the strawberry kiwi flavor, which is the only good flavor. Which is what I'm currently drinking, because it's wonderful. I got a whole bunch of, like, little yogurt cans because I was hungry, and I, like, shoveled one down in the car before I went to work, because, of course, it was, like, we were in there, like, until, like, 10 minutes before work, and we were like, shit, get out, get to work. And by, like, what I mean by there's a grocery store by my place of work, I mean it's literally in the parking lot over. So luckily, I had work at, like, 4, and we were leaving at 3:55. But it was okay, because it was literally right there. So within those, like, 5 minutes, I just shoveled an entire thing of yogurt down my throat, and it was wonderful. It was vanilla, because it was the only one I could safely bank on, because I knew it was going to be good no matter what, and I didn't trust the other ones that I had. Hang on a second. My peaches, I didn't realize this until, like, a week after, or not a week after, but, like, a day or two after I bought them, but, like, my peaches have, like, this weird residue on the top. Not like the peaches themselves, just the containers. which I can just avoid or wipe off as I'm doing now. I think it's like it came from something else. And I'm just gonna not worry about it because it's not touching my actual food, so I don't mind. Because it's just on the outside of the packaging. And yeah, it looks scary, but again, it's not touching my peaches. My peaches are safely inside the container. Speaking of which, I'm trying to get said container open. There we go. The Archie blows. You always gotta open up the thing a little bit and then drink the juice inside. So that it doesn't like overflow or anything when you open it all the way. And with peaches, little containers of peaches, I can do that easily because all parts of peach is good. The juice, the fruit, all of the peach, the whole peach is good. Peaches. As opposed to like oranges. Mandarin oranges in like the little like these little containers, those are good. Any other form of oranges in any way, shape, or form is absolutely disgusting. It sounds like my dog agrees. I also hate the smell of oranges unless they're mandarin oranges. I don't know what mandarin orange means, but I just know that that's what it says on the container when I go to buy these little things, so. The peaches are always superior. I always forget how good peaches are until I'm suddenly confronted with them in the store or any sort of place. And I'm like, oh my god, that's right, peaches are the shit. I even tried peach tea one time, and it was delicious. Like, peaches are just always good. And I don't understand how. But it's the truth. Peaches are always really good. I think peaches might be my favorite fruit. I used to not really know what my favorite fruit was. I would be like, I don't know, watermelon, I guess. But I think peaches is the answer. I think I've always known deep down inside that peaches is my favorite fruit. Don't mind me aggressively slurping my Capri Sun. My family's always impressed with how empty I leave Capri Sun packages. The little pouches. I also have Cosmic Brownie sitting right next to me that I totally forgot about. I'm just snacking. This is just like an off-screen mukbang. Like, you can't see me. Cosmic Brownie. I'm actually gonna save that for later, because I don't think after shoveling down peaches and then a Capri Sun, a Cosmic Brownie would be a good thing to eat. I think I might feel a bit sick after that. Okay, let's see here. Still drying. As kind of expected, honestly. Just kind of get the excess off the surface, I guess. I'll fix that weird bite mark later. Or turn it into a battle wound. I'm not sure yet. Just wipe around the excess so that it can dry faster. I do have like super fancy, like expensive metallic paints. I have one in silver and one in gold. It's like Liquitex stuff. But then other than that, I've got like the cheapo shit from Walmart. I might do like my regular silver. And then use the Liquitex stuff as like a highlight. Because I think I learned about it from Punished Props Academy, I think. With using, because I think he uses that stuff as like highlighting and, you know, shining and all that. I think that's what he does. So, that's fun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. One of these days, I'm probably gonna stream it too. One of these days, I'm gonna try and make that Sheikah Slate case for my iPad. I might have to take like a store-bought basic iPad for, although I don't know if they even sell them. It's like an iPad Mini 4. I have an actual iPad, but I'm not. It's a bit big. Actually, it's like twice the size of the Switch. I guess they probably have this. I think this is genuinely the size of a Sheikah Slate. They probably have a case, a Switch case that looks like a Sheikah Slate, right? Right? Like they would, right? They should. I don't know. It probably has like it's one of those like little skin things. I'm talking 3D details. I guess it makes sense that the Switch game would have one that looks like the Switch. The Sheikah Slate. It's like genuinely the like perfect size. I wonder if I could make a carrying case look like the Sheikah Slate for my Switch, so that I can, if I ever did a Link cosplay, I could totally just carry that around and just be able to play Breath of the Wild anywhere as Link. That would be so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, this side is mostly dry. This side's almost there. Wish I could bring out my hairdryer, but I don't want the noise to affect the stream. wish there was a way I could play music on the stream. There might be a way to do it, but I'd probably have to figure out something. And I simply do not have the attention span for that. I wonder if I could probably put fabric around the hilt or handle. I don't even know anymore. Probably make it more realistic, I guess, as like an actual handle. So I'm assuming that some of them were like leather wrapped, at least to the extent of my knowledge. I don't have a lot of knowledge on like medieval weapons and things, and my dog is coming upstairs, and I forgot to close the door. Hi, Duke. Oh, you can see Snoop. What's up, pup? Don't go digging through my... Oh, and he's gone. He knows he's not allowed in here. He's just like, hello, I'm here to say hi, and this is it. Okay, I'm gonna put this down like that. And I'm gonna go searching through my fabric to see if I've got any long strips of anything that'll work for that handle. We'll see. We shall see. I recently got all my fabric up here, so. Oh shit. This is old. Oh, good lord. Oh, jeez. Oh boy. Oh boy, did I find a big old find. This right here. I found 2 pieces of these, but I just brought 1. This is wood grain fabric. You literally can't see it. There's that piece. I think it's connected. Here's some more wood grain fabric on this side, connected to slightly yellow fabric, and it was cut out in a circle because this is what we used. This was all the fabric that we had to use to make Rose Quartz's dress, which if you follow me on Instagram, you should have seen, or at least you can see. I'm pretty sure I posted pictures of it. I didn't post any progress pictures because I didn't internet then when we made it. And I don't have this dress anymore because I didn't wear it. It wasn't my cosplay. It was Full Train's cosplay, actually. I made the sword entirely by myself. I had their help and Laz's help with the full dress because good lord did I need it. We made a hoop skirt, which I have downstairs because no one else had room for it, which we ended up not using at the con actually because it was that big. We made a petticoat, which I don't think I have. I think Full Train has that, which was 18 yards of tulle Um, on one piece of elastic, it was big, and then the huge, like layered shirt or layered dress. We used an old dress that they had as the top, because that just made it easier, and we just sewed together like the skirt, or we put the skirt underneath that dress so that it was one piece on the top as the first layer. You know how it's layered like that? And then we made skirts all the way down for the rest of that. And it was just circle skirts. So it was huge. And so we had to sew large pieces of fabric together, and we made the biggest skirts, huge skirts. And that dress was genuinely humongous. It was huge. That was probably the first major cosplay I've ever made. I had made a few cosplays before that. Not necessarily finished ones, but I had made Frisk and Kara from Undertale, basically. I was working on, at the time, my Taco Taco cosplay, which I wore to that con that Full Train wore the rose quartz to. But mine was mostly finished. And I think, honestly, that's the only ones that I can remember. Other than that, it was just closet cosplays of things that I'd done before, like Marco from Steven Universe. Or not Steven Universe, oh my god. Star vs. Forces of Evil. And, Mark from Miraculous Ladybug. And, Formal Marinette, which was just a bullshit skirt that I made. Also from Miraculous Ladybug. But anyways, a lot happened. And I just found the old scraps from that. Oh boy, does that bring back memories. That was my first ever convention. That was a really fun time, honestly. It was so much fun to make this with my friends. Full Train did most of the sewing because we all know I'm garbage at sewing, and I was too scared. So, I basically told them what to do, and they did a lot of it. I think we, at certain points switched off, at least for, I think they did most, if not all, of the tulle petticoat, because it was literally sitting there for a long ass time. We were listening to, I think, The Adventure Zone while we were doing it, but 18 yards of tulle. 18 yards of tulle. And oh boy, it was crazy. It was crazy. I just realized I have another pair of scissors. Yeah. So I'm gonna go grab those real quick from the other cabinet, because those are my fabric scissors. I should ask if they still have it, because I don't know if they took it apart or not. Where did my scissors go? Shoot. Where did I put them? Did I put them over on the other counter? What in the world did I do? My goodness. Where did I put them? Oh lord. Oh no. I swear, that's the third pair. I don't even know if 3 anymore. It could be 14 of sewing fabric scissors that I've lost. Shit. I could have sworn I put one of my 2 pairs of fabric scissors in the sewing cabinet. And I have 2 pairs because I thought I lost the 1 pair, and then I found it later after buying another pair. Let me check my other. Yeah, I've got regular scissors, but now I'm just kind of trying to look for my fabric scissors. Oh, there they are. Not the ones I was originally looking for, but they'll do. I think these ones were the second pair that I bought. Maybe the first one, I'm not sure. The amount of things that I thought I'd lost and then find after buying a replacement is sad. But it's okay, because same thing goes for the rest of my family. We all have the same issues. cutting off the excess wood panel fabric. I just used that one, and they did dye differently, which was unfortunate. But I really should have seen it coming. But it's all the fabric that we had. The wood paneling fabric was on sale for like really cheap, and it was the closest thing to white I could find when I went shopping. So that was fun. Let's see here. This is probably a straighter end. So you know what we're gonna do? We are going to fold it a few times and just attempt to cut a straight line like that. I'm terrible at cutting straight lines. I'm terrible at cutting anything, especially fabric, but it's okay. Because it doesn't need to be great. Now, let's see. It's not too, it's awful. I was about to say, it's not too bad, but it's literally awful. But it's okay, because it doesn't need to look good. Because it's going to be worn down anyways. Now let's see, how much we're actually going to need to wrap this. I wanted to double wrap it all the way around. The entire thing actually works pretty good. It actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look great, but it'll probably get better if I like actually specifically wrap it to form around the thing. I'm probably gonna paint it anyway, which will make it a bit sturdier. Or I could just dye it. I think I have my dyes and a hot pot up here. Or a hot plate. It could be done. Could be done. I could also probably dye it in my sink. I think I might also have my dye pot. I don't know anything. Huh. Do I have brown dye though? Let me check. Because I just realized I don't know if I do. I know I have green, I know I have purple. I think I have black. But do I have brown? I also have denim. For some ungodly reason. Dark green, light green, black, denim blue, purple, more denim blue, more green, more purple. Nope, no brown. Do you dye things in cold water? Could that be done? Because I kind of don't want to have to heat water up. I mean, well, considering it's such a small piece, I could probably do it in a glass jar, right? Like a mason jar? That wouldn't be too hard. Just heat up some water, or like warm up, get some warm water, and do that. Wouldn't take too long either. Real quick, I forgot to paint the tip. Oh God. I was originally planning going on to this Ren Fair as Clay from Wings of Fire, aka a dragon. But then I realized, you know, it's my first Ren Fair / medieval fair. That's a little intimidating. I feel like I should slowly, like, let myself slide in there, not go full-on dragon. And also because it's, like, this weekend. And I just fully, like, got the day of which I am going. So, you know, it would be a little stressful. But anyways, I think I might try and dye this strip darker at least, because it's like a yellowish, and it could at least be darker. I think it could work. And I have black dye, but not brown. So let's see. Hypothetically speaking, I could put it in this jar. Probably. Right? I think the stuff I have is cotton. Cotton. That is a Monster Factory reference. Monster Factory, the one with Succotash and Rat Baby. Very specific. I guess I'm gonna get some hot water. I don't know. I'll be right back. The bathroom's right next to my phone. I'm sure you can probably hear the sink, but I found my paper towels, so I'm gonna put those there. The bathroom is literally on the other side of my computer. There's just a wall there, and then the wall, and then the door to the bathroom. I love my room. The water's taking a while to heat up, so I'm just gonna stand here. Hello. We have materials. Woo. And a sword. Whoa. Water's really hot. It warmed up. It's steaming. Ow. I didn't necessarily think about picking up the jar full of steaming and hot water, but you know, it's fine. It should be good enough, because I don't want like a super potent dye job, you know? I'm just a little guy. And it's my birthday. It's not my birthday. My manager was saying that to me, like, the past 3 days. It's like, he's just a little guy, and it's his birthday. I think it's some obscure weird reference or something, or it's just a TikTok audio, I can't tell. Forgot to grab a stick of some sort. can't use chopsticks very well, but like in theory I could totally do it. Also, I have to fix my chair because my cushion keeps coming off because it's not attached in any way. Oh shit. Mixy, 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 mixy. Let's see what happens when we put a paper towel in there. It's more purpley than anything, which I think will work perfectly, actually. I can always get another piece if this doesn't work, because I'm not using this fabric for anything. So, in it goes. First we're gonna do a little dip. A little dip. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we're just gonna shove it all in there. Mixy, 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 mixy. I think it's mostly gonna turn purple, actually. Which, honestly, I'm fine with that. Purple is a rad color. I think it's probably because I didn't put enough dye. Does it tell me how long to put it in for? Oh, I didn't wet the fabric first. Up to 60 minutes. We're not gonna wait for 60 minutes. What are we getting now? A darker purple. It's not bad. Actually looks kind of cool. We're just gonna let that sit for a bit. Sit for a moment, as some may say. Just gonna let that steep like tea. I probably shouldn't do that. It'll probably pressurize the thing, and that could be dangerous. Probably also shouldn't put it near the edge. It's gotta be like in the middle, so it's not too close to me, not too close to the edge, because either way it's gonna fall. Okay. So everything is pretty much dry enough, I feel like. So let's see here. Let's look up some classic swords to get an idea. What is it, like a broadsword or something? Basic broadsword. I'm assuming that's what it kind of looks like one. So it looks like that would just be similar metal to the blade itself. But I don't want to do that. That's not fun. Maybe we'll make it more bronzy, I guess. I have no idea. I feel like that would make the most sense. I also feel like I could make this like a proper, either I can add a thing here at the bottom for a better pommel, or I can just keep it like that, I guess, and just cover the rest of it maybe with the fabric. Let's see here. What have we got in Yule paint storage? We're going for metallic, baby. I guess I should paint the hilt first. not with this paintbrush. That paintbrush is specifically for the sealant shit. I need a different paintbrush. These paintbrushes are specifically for that. I forgot to bring over another paintbrush. Shit. It's okay. Paintbrushes are like 2 feet away. The amount of times I've gotten up out of my chair, taken my headphones off, and then continued to talk to stream is fantastic. Wibble wobble. Don't fall over. Let's see. Do I have any larger paintbrushes currently? The answer is probably not. Because I tend to mess those up the fastest. Ooh, a sponge. A sponge. Oh, here's one. Cool. I have like 50 things of like packages of paintbrushes because one day my mom was like, you always ruin paintbrushes. Here's like 50 sets of 7. And I was like, okay, that's fine with me. Let's see. I'm not going to use this because this thing is annoying to me and I don't know why. I don't know why I like my shit version better. Yeah. Now we're talking. The old too much paint from last stream. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. That's also why I like thinner paints, because they tend to do that. At least when there's like a thick glob of them there. They tend to just peel right off. Whenever I have thicker paints, I always water them down. Because I'm like, this is too hard to work with. Why is Harley barking? Harley's the quiet dog. Why is the quiet dog barking right now? Might mean my mom's home. That's Harley's favorite. My mom. It's probably way too much paint. That's fine. What is this called? Pure gold? I have another one that's like authentic gold or something. It's a smaller... Here, let me grab my bin of small paints. Let's see, what's it called? Antique gold. Should probably bring that out too, just in case. Make it look really cool. Because technically this is gold and not, you know, bronze. But it's okay. I always mistook the two anyways. Should probably check on the strip after this first pass. I'm not too worried about getting it on the other part, especially when it's coat number 1. Like that's gonna do anything. Even if it is, I'll just put more sealant over it. I probably should have started with a gray base. It's fine, I think this will make it look more like what I wanted it to look like anyways. Because then it'll have, you know, it'll look pre-weathered. Like already weathered, you know. Especially if I'm not too careful about the actual paint job itself. When I paint props, it's more of paint is going on it, I am not painting it. As you can clearly tell by my haphazard shit job. But hey, whatever gets it done faster and easier. Because sometimes the shit job looks the best. Especially when you're doing something like this. because it already kind of looks really cool to me, at least. It already kind of looks more bronzy. And if I would have been super meticulous about it, it would have looked gold. But gold is not what we want. We want bronze. And indeed, I do believe that there is a difference. Did I realize this difference as a child? No. Did I realize this difference, like today? Maybe. Check on ye old fabric. Looking quite purple. I kind of love it. Do we think it's time yet? Do we think it's time to take her out yet? I think it might be time to take her out. Okay, we're gonna set this guy, this little guy pie aside. We're gonna put this on, actually, so that it doesn't get all over my whole Jimmy Jams. If it goes through, which it will, the paper towels. That's in the way. Shit. That's fine. I guess I will only need one. Oh. And now, if I wanted to, I could totally set this aside and keep it for later. That's what I did with my, what was it, peacock green thing. I have it in a jar. Oh, it's looking wonderful. Wonderful, beautiful, amazing, lovely, spectacular. Looking fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. I think I may have dyed my cabinet. That's fine. Just going to happen one day, anyways. I should probably wash it off because most of it's probably going to come off, I realized. So let me go rinse it under some cold water real quick. It's probably going to turn a bit of a lighter purple, but honestly, this is a, like, flipped project anyways. Lucky for me, almost no dye came out. This is wonderful. This is the easiest dye job I've ever done. Of course, a random project in which I decide to do completely randomly goes amazingly well. Tis my life, I guess. I could probably straighten it. I don't know if I think I have my straightener in here. It's probably in with my hairstyling tools for wigs and shit. Wig styling. Which I could also do on stream. Because I have my one character's wig Actually, if you see, oh, that was so close. I almost just dropped this thing everywhere. Oh my god. It's behind the curtain. Actually, if you see, right, let's see if I can point to it. Well, right there, you see that PVC pipe structure behind the ladder? That's the wig stand. And it's funny enough, my character, who is a rock gnome, is the exact height of that wig stand. I didn't do that on purpose. That happened on accident. I made the wig stand long after I'd made and decided the character's height. And I wasn't even thinking about the character when I made that wig stand. In fact, it was made out of scrap pieces. I didn't have any control over its height. I just said, hey Dad, this scrap piece should be fine. And it ended up being the exact height of my character. It was wonderful. Anyways, speaking of that, I think I swear to God, if that motherfucker put my goddamn iron, apologies, but someone decided that it would be a great idea to organize my workshop for me. This box was already organized, and this is not how I had it before. Where's my iron? I almost said my sister's full name for a second there, and that would have not been good, because her last name is my last name. Shit. Well, some son of a bitch, which will not be named, despite my intense urge to say her full name, because she pisses me off a lot. She loves to just decide that she wants to clean up my workshop, or like when she needs something, she'll just like go in, like, I can't even explain it. She had a cabinet in there, or a desk, that she needed out, and I was like, okay, I'll clean it off for you, and I did, and she didn't take it, and it was the only desk I could use, so I had to, use it, and then she got pissed and was like, why isn't my desk done by this random day that I decided to come by? And I'm like, you told me it like 2 weeks ago to clean it off, and you didn't come get it. I needed the desk. And so eventually she just decided to, like, we went on a vacation, and while we were gone, she was watching the house for some of the time, and she decided to organize my workshop and also take her desk out, which that part was nice because, it's hers and not ours, and if she's moving out, she needs to take it, obviously. But she decided to organize my workshop, which means half the time I'm like, where is this one specific thing? And like half the shit was already in its specific place. She's just too stupid to realize that. Like, I'm sorry, my hair, like, crimping iron / straightener was in my hairstyling area in the box of hairstyling things. I swear to God, if she moved it to the bathroom, I'm going to punch her in the face. I might have to, like, pause for a second and go find it. I think I might have to go do that. Give me a second. We're gonna switch to the dog's screen. Okay. So I found the shit. It was an entirely separate box. I don't know why she decided to put literally half the shit that was already in that box where it goes in an entirely new box. But here we are, I guess. So, anyways, I don't have a good iron up here. I did buy a tiny one. That thing is a piece of shit. Don't buy tiny, like, mini ironing irons. Ironing irons? Yeah. Don't buy tiny irons. They don't work. Even if they do, it's just not great. Just buy, if you're gonna work on that something that tiny, just get a hair straightener. Okay. In fact, this one was the old family one, or maybe my sister's. One of them. I have two sisters. And I stole it for workshop purposes, and neither of them have taken anything back because I have claimed it as mine. I tend to do that a lot. I take people's things, like I ask for them, and then I never give them back. Because either I use it, like, all the time, or just, like, I don't know. But anyways, I need to straighten this because now it's, like, super, first of all, super fuzzy. I just realized that it's, like fraying hella. That's two Norse gods, Hel and Freya. Freya and Hel. Which is ironic that I said Frey and Hela. Yes, I only know that from the internet and also reading some of Magnus Chase. We don't need to talk about that. It's not like school would have taught me anything cool like that. Oh boy. Oh shit. I'm putting so much effort into this one sword, and I haven't even decided what I'm, like, gonna look like, generally speaking, at the Ren Fair. What? Hello? Okay, cool. Oh. Every now and again I just take a quick break to read comics, and what the fuck? That's all I have to say to this one, just what the fuck? Huh? What? Probably not entirely smart to do. Oh, it's turning like grayer. That's actually kind of cool. Oh goodness. Okay. So far so good. So far so good. Much better. Much better. Apologies for that terrible whatever that was impression. Oh, it was probably that one audio that was like, thank you, that was much better. Turning much lighter gray, which honestly I'm kind of fine with. It's kind of pretty. I like it. I think it's because it's cooling off, or not cooling off, drying off. I might just be accidentally boiling some fabric right now. But look at that. Much nicer. Wonderful. Then we turn it off, and we let it cool down. Not sure where though. That's fine. This is pretty much cooled, so you can just leave that be there. Don't have to deal with that. That's gonna fall over at some point. Could probably put it. I should really throw away my peaches. Have not done that yet. Probably put it there. Shit. Fuck. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. This is cooled down enough. This is not like steaming. Should be fine then. Keep a light seal on it. Move these off to the side again. Oh, there's my... Fucking found the other scissors. They were right next to me. I know I saw them somewhere. Damn. I'm running out of areas to put random shit. Okay, time to paint this more gold. I guess a black base for gold kind of works to make it kind of look like bronze, because that's kind of what it's doing, which is really nice, honestly. I like thinner paint for that. Again, I cannot talk about how much I like thinner paint over thicker paint. Apparently it's been on my mind. Most people are like, thicker paint is so much better and easier, and I'm like, I mean, I guess it could be better, but like, no, it's not easy for me. Thin paint is easy. It's because I'm not an artist when I paint. If that makes any sense. I think you know what I mean. I'm not like meticulous and perfect, or like, I mean, not all artists are like that, obviously. But like, I'm not like, yes, I must do this. I don't know. What does an artist sound like? I have no idea. But like I said earlier, when I paint, I'm not painting, I'm putting paint on things. Painting a prop is not like an art thing for me. It's more like a, I need this to be a different color now, please, sort of thing, if that makes any sense. and I'm super impatient. So, with thinner paints, they dry faster. And yeah, they take more coats. But I can do all those coats in like 5 seconds flat. So, you know. I don't know why I sound so defensive. Nobody tells me that thin paint is bad. Like, nobody's like, you should use thick paint. Because I don't think anybody knows that I use thin paint. I don't think anybody pays attention to how I paint. I don't think anybody really gives a shit. Which I guess works. Oh god, my dog's barking again. This actually looks like shitty in a good way. Like, it looks like I did this intentionally. It looks more like bronze. That's really cool. I don't know how I did that. You can't see it very well, but, you know, I feel like it looks pretty good. The actual metal of the blade is going to be harder because it's supposed to look smooth and shiny. Because, you know, sword. But I guess if it's a well-worn blade, then it should be fine. I don't give a shit that I keep hitting the handle too, because it's gonna be covered in fabric anyways. Or at least the top part is. And even if this specific top part wasn't, then it would be the bronze. So, it's not like the messiness matters in this particular situation. I'm not sure if I want to just wrap the middle bit of the handle or like the middle and top bit and then leave this for the pommel to make it look fancy. I think I might paint it anyways, like just in case, I guess, because I don't want to have to paint it when it's on, like when there's fabric right there next to it, so I guess I'll just paint both. Just to be sure. Oh, I think my mom's home. Hope she doesn't call upstairs. She tends to do that if I'm not downstairs. She's like, Sam! I'm like, hello? She's like, hi. That's when my dogs are barking so unbelievably loudly. Because my mom is the favorite of everybody. Including me. My mom's even the favorite of my friends. Like, my friends are like, your mom is great. I'm like, I know, thank you. As if it's a compliment to me. It feels like one, because it's just like, yeah, thanks. Like, yeah, you're welcome for my mom being so great. I don't know how far we're gonna go. I don't know what's gonna peek through and what isn't, so we're just gonna go for it. I think I might do some dry brushing with the, what's it called? Antique gold, maybe? I guess it should probably be the other way around, but I think it looks really cool. So, I think I'm just gonna be doing that. Okay. Now that we've got that, we're gonna paint this bit. There it is. There's my mom saying, hey Sam. Hang on 1 second. as if told by the prophets, she asked me to come downstairs. And I said, I'm sorry, I cannot. For I am streaming and also painting a sword. She understands. It's fine. I'll tell her all about my day when I get down there. And I'll probably bring the sword too, because I plan on finishing the sword on stream. Which will be a very good timer for me to see how quickly I can customize one of these sweet babies. Because, you know, if my darling husband, Lasley, needs a sword for Zerenfair, then I guess I'll just have to make him one, huh? It's only taken me not even 2 hours so far. We've already got the majority of it done, which is pretty darn cool. I'm generally not this good. I don't know if this is just a stroke of luck because it's completely useless random project out of nowhere, or if like I'm actually getting better. Or if it's just the materials I'm using is making it easier. I have no idea. But either way, it's going pretty good, which is nice. Be able to paint the pommel a bit better later, I think. This part of the foam is not taking paint super well. That's okay. It'll just take it a bit longer to dry, that's all. This is what we're looking at so far. It's looking not too shabby, I feel like. I really, really love the hilt. It's kind of fantastic. I might try and fill this gap real quick with the gap in the top here. Or just a quick little dribble drabble of the sealant stuff. Oh god, oh Jesus, oh good lord, oh no, oh jeez, oh god. Immediate quiet panic. Shit. My paintbrush is too crunchy, I forgot to wash it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I think I forgot to tell my friends that I was streaming. AKA the only people that watch. There we go. Let me actually make sure it's working now that I think about it. Yeah, it's fine. If I needed to, I could probably like use actual sealant for that. But it's fine. No, paint is still very wet on the pommel there. Whoopsie daisies. It's fine though. Okay, I guess I could start. I'm gonna wash my paintbrushes real quick, actually. And then I'll be right back. because my paintbrush is starting to get a little crunchy, and I only have one big paintbrush. Or I have two, but one of them is for this completely, like, fully designated just for the sealant stuff. So, I'm gonna paint these, No, wash them. Okay. They're washed good enough. Boop boop be doop. Boop boop a doop on my way back into town. Oh god. Forgot it was wet paint. Ugh. Okay. Final step. Wiping all the other shit off. That the water couldn't get. That'll be good enough. I just didn't want to mix, first of all, I didn't want my sealant brush to get too crusty crispy. I could also just rub most of that off now that I think about it, which I am currently doing. I also didn't want to mix gold and silver on accident, so quickly clean the brush just to try and minimize that. It's probably still going to happen, but I didn't clean it super great, but it's fine. It is good enough. Okay. Guess we'll get started on painting the big boy, the big blade. I always gotta make sure I shake my metallics because I've had bad experiences with certain ones being like, if you don't mix it, you don't get metallic. You get like gray and then sparkles next to it, which is hilarious. I'll see, it kind of happened a little bit there. Let's see if it actually paints on as metallic. Oh yeah, we should be fine. I'll need a few base coats. Quite a lot, actually. Might as well just put the paint directly on this thing, now that I think about it, considering it's just a big old, mostly flat surface that I could just straight up just do. That makes a bit more sense, actually. Let's do that. Really mix it up in there. No, not again. It's mostly just turning gray right now. But I have faith that it'll get better. Because it tends to, especially like metallics, sometimes if you don't do the base coat right, it needs way more than you'd originally think. Which the base coat is black, so it makes sense. Probably should have painted it white first. But it's okay. This paint was cheap. It's not like I need to worry about like wasting a whole bunch of money. It was like $3 for a big bottle, I think. Maybe $7, I'm not sure. I know that's a big jump, but I have terrible memory and I bought it like a year or two ago and I still have a lot of it left. A little goes a long way. Getting up close and personal with my my sword here. Nice. Every time I play a video game with weapons in it, I'm just like, I want to make all of those. But, like, why? Why, like, why would I even do that? Like, what would be the reason in which I would have all of those weapons? But also, really cool looking weapons. Like, it's always a struggle in my brain when I play video games, because literally, like, I was playing Breath of the Wild, and I was like, I kind of want to make the Traveler's Sword, or, like, the Claymore or something. And I was like, isn't there, like, a really important big sword in this game that would totally make more sense to make? My brain was like, no, Claymore. Or, like, make the sickle, make the bone arm, make the skeleton arm, do it. And I'm like, please, just wait. I think it's like the Master Sword or something is the big important one, right? I think Laz has one. But I'm not entirely sure. Oh god. Stripping to the other side again. God damn it. I never learn. Oh no. I'm not the smartest. I will admit. I'm probably gonna have to paint over the gold again. Just because I keep messing up on the silver that it keeps getting onto the gold. See, I knew these 9 foam swords would come in handy one day. This is actually not turning out too bad. Oh, except for the fact that it's all over the other side as well. Huh. Guess that's a bonus, maybe? It might be a bonus. I'm not entirely sure yet. I have to remember to paint the tip as well, because otherwise it's just gonna be plain on the one. Okay, should probably let that dry. Like, genuinely dry, and not just poke at it more. This gold is still kind of drying. Let's see here. Probably just do the wrap around the middle part, which will require even less fabric than I intended. Oh, hi John. Yeah, sword. It's looking pretty good so far, I feel like. To give an example, I have like 9 of the exact same sword. This is what it used to look like. And here's how it's looking so far. Can't really quite see it, but I covered it in my good old Blackmagic Craft recipe I say loosely, of Mod Podge and black paint to kind of strengthen it and give it a base coat. And then I also dyed some fabric. You missed a lot, John. I dyed a strip of fabric. You missed a whole story about the fabric piece that I used too. Here's the leftover dye over here in this jar. You can see right here. It's wonderful. Probably the fastest and easiest dye job I've ever done in my life, because I just turned on my sink, let it heat up a lot until it was steaming, shoved it in a jar, poured a little bit of black dye in there, and then shoved a strip of fabric in it. And just kind of let it sit for a hot second, and then took it out and dried it and straightened it. It is a very chivalrous sword, thank you. I have many of these swords. So if you ever wanted me to, like, paint you one of these, like, just ask. Currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 untouched and undamaged ones, maybe. I think some of them I might have taken the pieces off, but I can always just glue them back on. Because I was experimenting to see how they were made, because I was a how it's made kid. So of course that means I was going to look at everything and see how it was made. And I was going to look at all its mechanics and shit and be like, yes. I also ate peaches. I had peaches. Peaches are good. Anyways, I just have to kind of wait for this to dry, because for some reason this is taking a bit longer to dry than the other paint was. But I guess it's just because the material, like this specific foam right here on the hilt, took 2 seconds to dry. This one's still kind of drying, honestly. Actually, this top part is mostly dry, just because the type of foam, and this stuff is gonna take it a hot second. Just because on different materials, paint has different drying times and different effects and stuff. But I'm gonna have to put a lot of layers of silver before it actually turns a good enough silver for my taste. Also, John, I think you'll appreciate this. My Nintendo Switch has a case on it now with little toe beans. It's very cool. I got this in the mail today because I got one yesterday, and the screen protector in it was cracked before I even opened it. So my mom returned it today, and we just bought a new one because they were just gonna refund me if we sent it back. So bought a new one, came in today. It looks rad as heck. It's pretty, it's blue, I like it. Came with a lot of the little pad things. It came with plain blue, plain pink maybe, and black ones, and then really tall black ones. I don't know. I've been nonstop playing Breath of the Wild. I played Breath of the Wild a lot today too. And then I was sitting on the couch taking a break from playing Breath of the Wild, and I was all of a sudden I went, I want to make a sword. And so now I'm here. Hence the title of the stream. I suddenly wanted to make a sword, and now we're here. Because that's exactly what happened. I suddenly wanted to make a sword, and now we're here. Yeah. I also put dragon stickers on my carrying case, but my carrying case is in the other room. Trying to figure out what I can show while we're waiting for show or / do while we're waiting for this paint to dry, because it's gonna take it a hot minute. I wanted a sword, so I fucking made one. Yeah. I've done that too many times, I feel like. I've made a decent amount of swords. There's a sword that I made completely out of packaging, the shittiest packaging styrofoam, not even the little ball stuff. No, it was garbage. I made it. I used fire on it too, and actually there's a really funny story about that one. I was making this sword. I made it all in one night, I think, and then I painted it another day. But my dad said I could use any of the tools, and I was making it on the kitchen table, the foyer table or whatever. And I was using giant knives. I was using that's actually where I got my big knife from. The one that has a protective thing that you put over the blades on because it's dangerous. And I also used fire at one point to melt some of the styrofoam in our kitchen sink, with the permission of my dad. I didn't get injured at all through that entire process, except when I went to go grab a snack. I cut myself on a box of marshmallows. The entire day, hours upon hours of working with many different knives, even fire. The only time I hurt myself that day was cutting myself on accident on a box of marshmallows. I don't even know how it happened. It wasn't sharp plastic. but it happened. And I love that story every time I remember it because it just amazes me. Like, how... Like, I'm gonna go grab the knife that I got from this experience. Like, I'm gonna grab it right now. I know exactly where it is. Give me 1 second. This is the fucking knife. Like, this is... Like, I used this. It makes a noise. It's got, like, 2 layers of blade, like... It's a big-ass knife. And... the only time I hurt myself that day was on a box of marshmallows. It was wonderful. What a wonderful day. That was, oh man, that was years ago, though. I think that was my first sword. I probably still have, I think I threw it out, actually, because that's how shit it was. It was garbage. Then I made Rose Quartz's sword, and, I think I maybe tried to make other swords, but they never really worked out that well. One of these days I might just grab all of the stuff I still have from the Rose Quartz costume and show it, because I talk about it so often, because it's probably my biggest and most well done project. Probably because I did it with like 3 other people too. I'll have to text Full Train and ask if they still have. I think they may have like gotten rid of most of it, but I don't know. I think I'm actually gonna text them now. Do you still have the Rose Quartz costume? Because I still have the hoop skirt and the sword. Let's see. Oh, they immediately saw my message. Full Train does in fact still have the wondrous and glorious Rose Quartz costume that we both made together. They have the dress and the wig. I'm gonna honestly say it was mostly Full Train. Like, it was mostly them. They did most of the sewing. I will admit, I did do the sword, but I think their sister did the sheath. Or the scabbard for the sword. But I did, like, the entire sword. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to make that sword. Oh my god. I love making big fantasy weapons. Oh my god. Also, there's the train. Man, now I just want to make just a big fucking sword. Just like a really fucking big sword. Like, that's all I want in life, just to make a big, giant sword. I already have made one, but I want to make another one. I have stuff to make, like, certain staves and things. Like, I have one prop from a really long time ago that I was gonna make an interchangeable one so that I can make multiple props with one base. I was gonna make the staff that I always forget his name. That one guy with, like, the scarf in Magnus Chase. Everyone does. It's a giant sword. Fair. You know, that's the staff the one guy with, like, the scarf or whatever has. in Magnus Chase. I was gonna make that, and then I was gonna use that as my own, the base stick. I was gonna also make a prop that goes on top, also to make a scythe for possibly doing like a skeletal version of Kravitz from the Adventure Zone Balance. And I figured, why not have a white stick as instead of, like, I don't know, just it made me think of a lot of things, trying to be able to use a white stick as a base for a whole bunch of different props. So those were the main two I was going to use it for, I think. And then also just like a generic magical staff, like a magic user staff, which I might still do because I think that was a really cool idea. And I kind of want to do that more. So that might be a prop in the future that I might make. I don't know if I'd do it on stream or not because it'd be a lot of complicated stuff. But, yeah. Is my paint dry yet? I've done so much talking. It's mostly dry. Kind of. You can probably put another coat on, I guess. I don't know. I could probably just blow dry it and just mute my mic. That might work. Do you think that'll work? Is that a good idea? Would that be a good idea? I'm gonna try that. Maybe? I'm gonna go grab my hairdryer then, because I think I just recently brought it up, actually. I had Laz's help, bringing more shit up the other day. Oh, shit. We don't live together. Just have to make that clear. Me and Laz don't live together. We're not married yet. Gotta grab my heat gun out first, and then we gotta get the hairdryer. I've got a heat gun and a hairdryer right next to each other. Better hope and pray I don't get the two mixed up. Imagine trying to blow dry your hair with a fucking heat gun. Imagine how painful that would be. Ow. Considering that shit, like, is probably, Sorry, I thought I just heard somebody talk to me, but when I responded, nothing happened. I have no idea what just happened. Anyways, gotta unplug the hair straightener, which is what I use to iron the fabric strip. Also, sorry, that was probably loud. I'm not the brightest bulb. We gotta get, it's kind of annoying to try and plug things in back here because I have to, like, be really methodical and dexterous about it. I am neither of those things. While my first character was a rogue, it was just because I kind of liked the Aladdin vibe I had going. I was a rogue urchin. I think street urchin, or not, was it street urchin? I think it was street urchin. Along those lines. So I was like, Aladdin, I have a rat. My computer is angrily buzzing at me. Oh god. Get out of here. Okay. There we go. Shit. Fuck. It's fine. I only dropped like half the United States. I'm gonna... Okay, no, I should put this away, not on the floor. Oh god. Did I not... I'm so stupid. I unplugged unplugged my phone, not the hair straightener. Which is what I meant to do. I meant to unplug my hair straightener, but I guess my phone works too. It's already fully charged. So now we're gonna put both of these cords somewhere else. Well, this one's not. Ow, I hit myself in the head. Oh my god. Everything's going wrong. Just kidding. Everything's totally fine. I mean, just look at the sword. It looks so fucking cool. It's rad as shit. Anyways, I'm gonna mute my microphone and blow dry the shit out of this bitch. That actually kind of worked. I think my dog is barking downstairs now, though. I think I angered him. Okay. Let's see what'll happen if I give it another good solid coat. This is not the best way to be doing paint, but it's fine. I think I just heard a child scream. And then my dog bark. Do 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 do. Oh god. I forgot that gravity applies to paint. Probably should have made the base color like white or something. That would have been a lot smarter. Also, I'm probably gonna have to repaint some of this gold, because I think it's already being stained by the silver. Oops, daisies. I have that one audio stuck in my head right now, which is like, hey, get out of my sandwich. No. Get out of my sandwich. No. Then there's the other one that goes, hey, get back in my sandwich. Okay. It's getting better. It's getting better. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks more gray than silver. But, you know, it's fine. I can, I have fancier paints too that, like, are more silver and more shiny. So, I'll probably use that as well. Maybe it's because I didn't shake it. I don't know. But I'm going to blow dry this coat and see what happens when it's fresh. Quite entertaining, I'm aware. Let's see. It's a bit drier. I'm gonna show you my fancy paints. I showed them earlier, but of course, nobody was watching. Oh, that was not a good idea. I just lifted my chair off the floor. I've got these like fancy Liquitex paints in both gold and silver, and I have used almost none of it. So I'll probably use that for dry brushing little details, or you know, weathering, or not weathering, highlights and stuff. You know how it goes. You know. Okay, this is pretty. It's drying pretty good. So we're gonna see how I should do this. Should I do it like this? I think that would probably make the most sense, huh? Get out of my sandwich. No. Although I should probably do it the other way, because the super frayed ends are showing on that way. So, like these? That side is, which side is shittier? Let's see. Okay. Like, get back in my sandwich. No. Oh wait, that's a mix of the two. Whoops. Just trying to figure out how I should be doing this. That'll probably make the most sense. We're gonna do that with glue later. Because I think I'm gonna make more solid, a more solid paint job, but I think we have decided, or I've decided rather, that it's gonna be around between like here and like the end of this. So like, it's gonna start there and end there. So it's gonna have little metal bits there. And we're just gonna do that with like wood glue. Because it's the strongest glue I have. Aside from like contact cement, but we're not doing that on stream again. I will will not put you through that torture once more. Okay, that's dry. I think we should probably start on the other side. Oh god. My dog and the dad are fighting. My dog and the dad? My dad and the dog. I guess it makes more sense my dog and the dad. Because yeah, as you can see. My dog, the dad. Oh, I'm hilarious. I'm gonna give this one more last blow dry and then I'm gonna start the other side. Dog dad confirmed. Dad dog. Dog dad. Dad. Ah. Okay. I'm gonna stand up for this one. I rise. Like bread. Shaky shaky, mix the paint. Otherwise you do not get even coats of the proper consistency. Because it's like gray and then a glob of metallic and then more gray and then some metallic a little bit. Oh shit. Also have to remember to paint the top. So otherwise it's gonna be wrong. We want to miss a spot. How would we? That's a little pool of silver I have over here that I can dip into if I need it. I used almost the perfect amount. I just kind of getting it on there and then painting with it, as opposed to painting with it. As I've said before, when I paint a prop, it's not that I'm painting it, it's that I'm putting paint on it. Painting a prop for me is less of an art and more of a, I need this to be a different color right now. John Cena. I'm gonna paint the bit at the top. I can't wait to show my mom this. I'm really excited. Okay, I'm gonna blow dry it. Well, I kind of want another Capri Sun. I think I'm gonna grab one from my fridge across the room. Right over here. No, you know what? Go-Gurt. It's Go-Gurt time. Fuck yeah. Go-Gurt. I've downed so many Go-Gurts within the past week. It's like my breakfast every morning is just a Go-Gurt. Shit. Sorry about that. Dropped a few things there. Tasty Go-Gurt. Go-Gurt tasty. This stream has been going on for 2.5 hours. Tasty. Tasty Go-Gurt. Bong. I have to clean up all that garbage that's underneath the counter. Because it's messy. One of these days I might do a maybe Breath of the Wild stream or Animal Crossing stream. I've already done Stardew Valley. It's already on my computer, but I bought it for the Switch too, because, you know, I don't know. Gab Smolders made me do it. I was watching Gab Smolders play Stardew Valley. I've watched almost all of the episodes. It's amazing. And in one of them, like 10 episodes ago, she was just like, yeah, I have this one, I have it on the Switch now, and it's entirely based on, like, pigs and truffles. And, like, she showed us, like, the whole setup and everything, and I was like, I want it for the Switch, too. Oh my god. It is so hard to figure out the controls. I keep pressing B, because with, the Switch and my 3DS, generally the sprint button is B. So for Yokai Watch, the sprint button's B. For Breath of the Wild, sprint button is B. For Animal Crossing, the sprint button is B. There isn't a sprint button in in Animal Crossing, or in Stardew Valley. There is not a sprint option. There is no such thing as sprint in Stardew Valley. So B is like something completely different. I don't even remember what it is. So, like, my automatic thing is I have to get somewhere, press B. Because I'm just so used to the controls because I was playing so much on my 3DS during the trip. And Stardew Valley was the first thing I played on my Switch. So, like, it was just reflex from Yokai Watch. Playing that almost the entire... Playing that for literally, like... How... I don't even know... I don't know where my 3DS is currently. But wherever it is, I think I have, like... like, it had to be close to 50 hours, if not more, over that trip. Of just playing Yokai Watch. So, I was just so used to B being the sprint button. So then I played Stardew Valley on the Switch. There's no such thing as sprint. I was very confused. It was very hard to get used to pressing buttons and shit. And with a very fragile stamina, in a game like Stardew Valley, it's like, whenever you miss something, I think you still lose stamina, or energy. So it's just like, shit, fuck. You keep, like, missing all this shit, and you're like, god damn it, and you're, like, halfway out of energy, and you still have, like, 30 crops to water. It is tough sometimes, man. It is tough. I guess I kind of like it more on the computer, just because point and click is easy, and it was really hard to figure out how to switch between certain tools and stuff. But, you know, it's nice to be able to just play it anywhere. The portability of it. Not to mention all the Breath of the Wild I've been playing. Thank you, John, for teaching me how to cook. I knew that I could cook because I played Breath of the Wild. Yeah, different controls always kick your ass. Yeah. But I had played Breath of the Wild a little bit at Laz's house like 2 years ago. And so I knew that you could cook because I had, like, watched it happen, or, like, I had been there for, like, meeting the old guy in the woods and him being like, shut the fuck up, I'm hunting. You can use my pot to cook if you want. And, like, I remember, like, doing that, but I didn't remember physically how to cook. So I was very confused. I did not know that you had to hold the item to then cook with it. I just assumed it was one of those menu things. Sort of like in Stardew Valley where you, like, go to your, like, kitchen and, you know, cook in the kitchen. And you just, like, press a certain part of it. Like, you, like, right-click, like, the stove or whatever, and then it opens up all your recipes and everything. Like, I thought it'd be something like that, not you have to go in your inventory, hold the specific items, and throw it in the pot. I lost an egg like that. When I tried to cook it, I just kind of dropped it instead on accident, and I think it broke one of the eggs that I was holding. Because I had two, and then after that dropped them, I had one. So that was unfortunate, but you live, you learn. Always make sure that when you hit A, you're actually, like, hitting A to cook, and not to just drop the things on the floor. Yeah. Oh, did I tell you about how I kind of wanted to make a case for my iPad mini to make it look like a Sheikah slate? Because I think that would be really cool. And, you know, the Switch is technically the best size for a Sheikah slate because I'm pretty sure it is the exact size of a Sheikah slate. But, and I could also, like, make, like, a carrying case or something that looks like a Sheikah slate to then be able to open it up and play Breath of the Wild. But, I was thinking about making it interactive so I can maybe, like, either, like, show certain things on the iPad to make it look actually like the Sheikah slate in the game. So either just, like, images on my camera roll or something, or, like, actually coding a thing to make it look like the Sheikah slate. You know? Like, coding a thing to, like, go through the inventory, basically recreating the inventory capabilities, but like minus the actual functionality because I can't summon food out of the ether. Nor can I teleport myself with an iPad Mini 4. Or an iPad Mini 2, I think, actually. Or no, I think it was 4. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I quickly bought a different iPad after that. After starting to actually use it. I was like, no. I might be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Oh man, what is with me and forgetting to use the bathroom before I stream? Be right back. Gonna look at pictures of dogs. Yellow. Note to self, if you're streaming, don't bring your phone into the bathroom because you will just be staring at cosplays for way too long. And then you'll forget that you're streaming. And you'll be like, oh shit. I gotta get up. Anyways, let's see. Paint is almost dry. Paint is almost dry. Wow. Oh, good lord. Ow. I almost just pulled my headphones out of my microphone. Oh shit, I almost fell over. Oh my goodness. Chaos today, I swear. It's blow dry time. Get shut. Okay. That's good. Do we know how many coats I did on the other side? Like 3, 4, 5? I have no idea. I think this will probably be the last one on this side. Oh god. Oh god. Oh Jesus. I think I put a bit too much paint on this one. And then once we're done with that, and once it's dried properly, we can repaint, cover up any fuck ups on the gold, and then probably add some, you know, oh shit. Damn it. Fuck. It's fine. Just pick it up with the paintbrush. Do. And make sure we get all of the little side bits that missed some attention on the other side, so that not too much of the base coat shows through, because it's okay for a little bit of it, but you know, not too much, you know, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, oh shit. Both sides looking pretty good. I'm gonna wipe off the silver and get going again with the gold. I'm trying to finish this project on stream so that it's a genuine like start to finish project timer too, and also just a full stream of me doing this one thing instead of, you know, hopping around, which I tend to do. I blame the ADHD, right? It's totally, yeah, you know. Gotta be really careful because I don't want to have to go in and try and fix the silver and then have to fix the gold again, you know? So now I'm genuinely being careful this time. Concentrating so hard. I feel like an artiste. Hoping that'll make it a bit better. If I have to go in with another pass over the messed up bits, then I will. The rest of this just had a few little splotches on it. Other than that, it was fine. I like doing this part a bit messily because it kind of makes it look more like brushed metal, I guess. I think that's how you say it. I think that's what it means, what I'm trying to say. But I think it looks really fucking cool. And the more kind of haphazard I am with it, the more like the, you know, details I don't get. And it'll show the black through it and it'll kind of be like free washing. You know? Free weathering, rather. More swordy, yeah. Totally, yeah. It's definitely it. I should probably get the underside too. I always forget about that. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna end the stream and run downstairs and be like, Mom, look at this sword. Mom. little validation seeking gremlin that I am. I honestly don't think I might not need the antique gold paint. I might use it as like a thing. Well, no, because I'd probably use the Liquitex stuff to really get a, shine going on the spots that I need it to. Maybe it would make it look more, well, no, I think this is good. This is actually turning out pretty good, I think. I think tops mom validation, yeah. Okay, so that's more of the gold. This side's the dry side, so we're gonna set it down like that. It's looking pretty good so far, I like to think. In comparison to what it used to be, I feel like it's looking pretty damn good. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot, motherfucker. And I was just refunded for the money for my broken case for my Switch, and I already have the new one, so bada bing, bada boom. We only have a few more little details to go. We've got the specific like highlights and stuff with these on the mostly the blade, but maybe even the hilt and the pommel, and then we've got the fabric for the handle, which I have to very meticulously figure out how I'm gonna do it well. Let's see, what kind of, while we're waiting for the paint to dry a bit more, I'm gonna take a look-see at all my different adhesives, which are right by my desk perfectly. That and my paints. And my other, like, jars and shit. There's an entire cabinet nearby. Let's see. Wood glue, my strongest one. I'd probably go for that, because I feel like it would hold the best, maybe. But I also have tacky glue, which is also pretty strong. Maybe tacky glue. Let's do tacky glue. Shit. Fuck. My chair. Okay. Because the other stuff, the wood glue dries quickly, but I might need it a bit of a slower drying process. I'm gonna see if I can give the pommel a little bit of a blow dry real quick. that second layer dried way faster than the first layer, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let's see here. Another trial run of the basic placement. I'd have to tacky glue that entire chunk down. Should I just do one full wrap around? Or should I do like two? I'm trying to figure that out. I think maybe just one will make it a bit easier. So let's retry that real quick. Okay, put that there. And then we're gonna put that there, and then kind of slowly wrap my way around. My thing is getting all twisted, but it's fine. Okay, I think that's good. So then when we get to the end, just trying to map this out exactly how I'm gonna do it. Probably taper it off, maybe. Can I just create a little triangle at the bottom? I want the bottom edge to be smooth. That simply ain't gonna happen. I think. Oh, sorry. I just bonked the microphone. I guess that'll make the most sense. Just kind of tapering it off into a triangle at the end. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Okay, first things first. We're going to straighten it out. And this thing has so much air in it all the time. Just love how all the stuff that I'm doing is currently off screen. There we go. That's a bit better. So we're gonna put like this. And then we're gonna put a little bit tacky glue right back on top so that we can wrap the first bit all the way around directly in a circle. Oh shit. Like that. And then hopefully it'll stick down at least a little bit. I'll stick the other pieces down a bit more with some more glue later. Going like that. That's that part. Then we're gonna put another little chunk of tacky glue there. And then we're gonna tightly wrap the bastard and then fold it like so, and then we're gonna snippity snip snip the leftover bits. Add more tacky glue to the side. There we go. You know what I could probably do as well to really keep it tight is probably tie a piece of string around the bottom bit there and really keep it tight, but I think it's already pretty much adhered. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. Except for a few, there's a few loose ends, but it's okay. They're easily fixed. Just with a little pinching and pulling. It's fine. It's alright. I just need to clean up the ends, but this is what we're looking at. And then we've got it kind of tapered off at the end. Do a little point there, holding all that shit together. Now we're gonna taper these little bits and hold them together, just so that they don't pop out as they are doing currently, because I don't like that. I think it's annoying. If you just kind of squish the glue into the fabric, it kind of creates like a knockoff paper mache sort of thing, where it should keep it kind of together. Should at least. I can probably put more on top as a little sealant, but should be good for that. That looks pretty darn good. Just trim up the ends. So they've got a lot of little flyaways here and there. And by here and there, I mean literally everywhere. Probably glue those down too. Cut this piece a bit too long. That's okay though. I think a little pair of scissors won't fix. And then one final little glibbity globbity, just to kind of seal all the bits off, because I don't want this coming apart, because then I would be very sad. A little more on this side. If I could get the goddamn glue out. Shit. Forgot that this is a long thing. It's okay if it looks a little bit roughed up on the ends, because it's a traveler's sword. Of course it's going to be a bit roughed up. It's been used in battle. But here's what we've got going on. It looks pretty good, I'd like to say. It's not too bad. Still well and good and holdable. And now the blade is completely dry, as is all of the other bits. So now we move on to, I believe, what should be the final stage, aside from maybe, thank you, I think it's pretty good too. Moving on to, oh god, One of, if not the final stage. Actually, I should probably seal it with... I don't want to seal it with Mod Podge. All I have is the matte shit. And not enough to seal a sword. Never mind. We won't be sealing the sword because I don't have enough sealant. Of a clear sealant, but gonna do the fun little itty bitty details. I don't know if I should add a stone to the end of the pommel, and maybe on the hilt as well. I feel like that could be fun. In fact, actually, considering the fact that I completely forgot about that until just now, I'm gonna go grab my bin of tiny little stones and random resin shit. And oh shit. And see what we can work with. But I don't know what just fell. What just fell? What in the world? Huh? Oh. Never mind. Huh. I don't know what fell. It was the weird plastic thing. Ah, yes. My bin of random resin shit. I've got old dice in here that failed. I've got the, you know, leftover chunk of resin from when those dice failed. I've got little pendants. I've got whatever all the rest of the shit is. I've got tons of these little itty bitty gem things, gem shaped things from this one mold, and I've yet to use them all. And so I'm thinking maybe it's actually quite a nice and perfect size to do such a thing. Let's see if it'll work good on here. Yes, of course it will. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a few of these and use them. Ink. That one has glitter inside it, completely on accident, but it's fine. We're gonna use a few of those little itty bitty gems. That was one of the first times I ever used resin, so that's fun. We are going to paint them. What color should we paint them? I'm thinking purple, because the handle has some has a purplish tint to it. Let's see here. We've got pink and blue. We're gonna mix it together and make a purple. That's what we're gonna do. I don't really have I have like a dark purple, but it's a thicker paint and I'm too lazy to even attempt. So now we're gonna use this guy. This guy's for when I mix paints, because it's harder to mix paints on a flat surface rather than in like a little bowl thing. Let's see if I can use this pot. Ow. Well, it still has a bit of wet in it, so let's don't. What about this one? No. Oh wait. I have paper towels. I can just wipe it off. Okay. Good enough. Blue. I don't need that much, but it's fine. Pink. Put it together and whatever you got. A bit too much of blue is what we've got here. Should not have used that much, because now it's going to be like pouring over. If If I get it wrong again, it's gonna be pouring over the end. Okay, there we go. It's getting more purpley. Actually, I think that's pretty nice. That's pretty. I like that. Not quite that, but it's fine. Maybe a bit more pink. Maybe make it more of a pinker. Oh, yes. Oop. That was the exact pink that I used for Rose Quartz's sword. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Wonderful. Amazing. Fantastic. Fuck. Fantastic fuck. As opposed to Fantastic Four. Okay. I guess you can use the end of this. We can just use this paintbrush as a paintbrush as well. Normally what I just do is I just paint the back of one of these little gems so that it still behaves as a gem but has the color. Gotta kind of put a lot on there though because it's resin, which means it doesn't have a lot of tooth unless you sand it. Gotta put a thick and generous coat on it. Gotta put a thick coat. Gotta make sure it kind of evens out though, because otherwise you're left with like a splotchy shit show. You gotta always keep checking the other side. That, why does that look like white from the other side? Or like blue. That's weird. Maybe it's because I did it wrong in the first place. Hang on. Redo, redo. Ka-thunk. It comes off purple. Why didn't it look purple? Definitely looks more blue on the actual thing itself. I might as well just remix it. I don't want it to overflow in the little pot thing. Well, I've used enough. I should be able to just... Probably should have just used the actual purple that I have. Probably would have been easier. In fact, I might just do that in a second. If this color doesn't work out, I'm just gonna grab the actual... Fuck. My headphones fell off my head. This happens too many times. Every time I look down, they fall off. I think my big head stretched them out. Yeah, no, that's not working. What? Huh? Although it is a very nice color, so I might like paint something else with it in a bit. Hello? Oh, there he is. I saw my cat come in, and I thought I heard him near me, but he wasn't near me anymore. I was very confused. I think he just left. Here's my actual purple. It's very dark. Very goop. I do have thick paint. But the ones that I use, they're the ones that I use the least. Cat, yes, my cat exists. I guess a darker purple makes more sense. And it also helps if it's thicker for painting on resin. The one-time thick paint prevails. Actually, it's kind of harder to get it a good spread. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh good Lord. Okay. One of the gems has been painted. Where are the other ones? Where did they go? What the fuck? Is that what fell earlier? Was it the gems? Where'd they go? What? Am I dumb? Oh, I am dumb. Okay. I want this to like dry as fast as it can, and like doing more of thinner coats feels faster to me. So I think I'm just gonna try and do that. Just thinner coats, more coats. I don't know what about it. It's probably slower, but does it feel faster? Absolutely it does. And the next few coats will be a lot easier because they'll have something to grip onto now that it's already been painted once on a coat. Ooh. Sweet. Oh, Dad, thanks for streaming for swordsmanship. Thank you, John. Thank you for joining. I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye-bye. Should I put any more gems on it? we're gonna put one here. Should I also put one here, maybe? I think that would look pretty cool. Instead of just the one, having them two. Shit. Fuck. I dropped one. Ah! I dropped one. Where did it go? Why am I Dracula? Okay, we're gonna paint two more, and if I end up not liking them, that's fine. Oh, I forgot I was streaming. I was so focused. I know what I'm doing is off screen, but I'm painting the little gems that'll go on the pommel and the hilt of the sword. I've decided on 5 total gems would look fantastic. Okay, it's gotten a little messy. My hands are, and my arms apparently, are covered in paint. It's fine. Probably gonna have to wipe off the outsides a bit. At least the one of them, I think, has like some other color of paint on it. Oh my goodness, bless me. Which one has the paint on the outside? I don't even remember. Oh, I think it's this one. I should be able to just scrape it off. Could also wipe it off. There we go. That's good enough. Do 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 boom boom boom. Bow 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 wow. Let's see. Tacky glue is pretty much dry. All of the paint is dry. Tacky glue should be enough to hold them, but I'm not sure. Should be fine. Even if they come off, it's like, oh no. They were free because I already made them a long time ago. Okay, I have to choose one for the hilt, or the pommel. This one. You are the chosen one. Yep. Kabonk. Wonderful. That actually looks fucking amazing. Holy shit. Look at that. You can't. Okay, hang on. That looks so fucking cool. That's rad as shit. I mean, it looks clear from one end, but it's rad as fuck. Really making sure it stays. I probably should have done that one last, now that I think about it. But it's fine. Okay, now we're gonna carefully hold the sword between the legs, between the knees. Carefully, ever so carefully, begin placing the other gems. We will begin with the outer two, since those ones are the ones guaranteed to stay. Because those ones I know I want. Gotta try our best to align them, but it won't matter too much. I think the entire thing is off center anyways, but it's not like I care about symmetry all that much. At least not to the degree of Death the Kid from Soul Eater. Poor guy, all he wants is symmetry in his life, and his hair is the most unsymmetric thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. quite cool. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, that was so scary. Oh my goodness. I think that looks really cool. Huh? I can't really. That looks not too bad, huh? Not too bad. I could have stuck with the 2 gems, but yeah, I don't know. These will come off if I don't like them that much. Which honestly, I mean, adds more pizzazz. So I think I'll keep them. It's not like it needs to be perfect or anything. Really squish these fuckers down. Oh, that one really gushed. As did that one. Okay, so that is the ornamental pieces done. The last thing to do is the fancy dancy, super fancy paint part. Okay, let's clear off a bit of the desk, or at least move things around so I've got more room. Okay, now let's see here. I'm going to grab a small brush just to do, actually, no, because I can use this. Yeah, I can just use this for dry brushing. Okay. We're going to use our fancy dancy, super fancy paints and see if we can get some fun little details. This is kind of expensive stuff, so I'm just going to use a little bit. Maybe if I use a bit more. That didn't do quite a lot. That was underwhelming. That was quite underwhelming, actually. That did not do much. That did fuck all. That's fine. It's okay. Use some up here because it's not quite shiny enough. a bit shinier. Okay, let's see if the gold does anything. Shit. We're just using a little bit. Make the pommel super bright and shiny. Just the pommel though. Just the one pommel actually. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't too much. But what we have, let's take a quick comparison look. Real quick. Move that over. Move that over. We've got this after almost 4 hours. We've got this sword, which has cloth grip, gem on the back, gem on the front, shiny blade, kind of. As shiny as I could get it, honestly. Nice golden, bronzy hilt. Very nice, you know. And this is what it used to be. The blades don't look that much different, but this one is shinier. Very much shiny. So kind of just take a quick gander at the difference. Pre-Baby Blue Sky, post-Baby Blue Sky. That's pretty swanky. That is pretty cool, not gonna lie. And I did that in 4 hours. In just 4 hours. I gotta take a picture of this shit. That's cool. That's really cool. Don't mind me taking various pictures. I'm just trying to get a... Wait. Look, I'm not the brightest bulb. That's pretty darn cool. Okay. I think we are officially finished with my costume piece number 1, my sword for the Ren Fair this weekend. This is what it once was. This is what it is now. After just a little bit of work, aka 4 hours. I feel like maybe the priming on the blade wasn't necessary, but I feel like it was still worth it. You know, somehow it was still worth it. Just let me believe. Anyways, I guess that ends the stream because the project is done, and that's all I planned on doing today. And it has been 4 hours. and I need to go, like, eat and say hi to my family. So, that'll be all for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful epic adventure, and I will definitely be posting more about my entire, like, costume stuff for the Ren Fair. And yeah, there it is. Okay, bye-bye.